Hi guys, welcome to the first podcast of Beyond the Gram. My name's David, and I've had the privilege for the last couple of days to be talking with our special guest, Leo Lorenzo. Leo is an amazing professional dancer and influencer and has amassed over 450k worth of followers over Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. He's also a winner of 4 titles of world champion in different divisions in the West Coast Swing, and we have the privilege to talk with him today because he's also set up an OnlyFans. Lucky us. Over to you, Leo. Welcome.
Hi, nice to be on the podcast with you, man. And I'm happy to talk about my career journey with you.
Wonderful. Well, it's so nice having you here. So, Leo, you've had such a journey. Tell us where it all began. A professional dancer. Where did it all start?
Well, I started dancing when I was 16 years old. My parents suggested me to try West Coast Swing. I did a first class, and at the end of the hour, the teacher asked me, hey, do you want to learn West Coast Swing for free? I'm going to teach you. And I was like, fuck yes. So I started dancing. He was teaching me. I did my first dance convention and fell in love with that dance. I was like, whoa, this is really what I want to do in life. So I trained for now 6-7 years. And I decided to make this my full-time job. So in January, I decided to stop my physiotherapy studies that my parents wanted me to do, to realize my own dream of being a professional dancer. And since January, that's my full-time job. And I realized my dream.
Wow. And Leo, how old are you?
Well, I'm 22 years old.
22. So there's some big decisions for a 22-year-old. So I guess that obviously comes, and I think a lot of people think that all of this clear decision-making just comes easily. But what sort of sacrifices or hardships or challenges have you had to face to get to those decisions?
Well, it was not that easy because my family, my parents, wanted me to do studies and having a real job.
Okay.
So they wanted me to study physiotherapy, but this is not what I really liked. I did it for 3 years, though. But at some point I was like, no, now that I have enough contracts to be financially independent, I'm going to start doing what I love and just follow my dance dream and my dance career. So it was difficult with my family to make them understand that what I want to do is being a dancer. For them, dancer is a passion, but it's not a real job. So it was kind of hard trying to convince them. They're a bit scared because it's not a super secured job. Yeah. But I think that it's more important to do what you love in life rather than having a safe job and doing just like everybody. Yeah. Just follow your dreams and try to be happy. We only have one life.
Nice. And hearing that from a 22-year-old who's had the amount of success that you've had is very refreshing. Yeah, really good to know. And I think, so obviously there's some of the challenges that you've had, but tell me, on the flip side, what's been some of your most rewarding moments in dancing?
Well, inside of the dance community, I feel like a dance moment that was important for me was to compete at the US Open. That is the World Championship in West Coast Swing. Mm-hmm. I got the chance to compete there 3 times in 2016, 2017. Wow.
Yeah.
Then with COVID and everything, didn't go to Los Angeles again and got back there in 2022. And in 3 years, I got 6 podiums and 4 first places at the US Open in different divisions. In pro divisions, in novice, the year after, first place in intermediates, a few years after in advanced as a follower. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I won also pro-am routine with my first dance teacher. So it's amazing to compete there, having all those wonderful dancers. It's really great to be in this community.
And wait, 2017, how old were you then?
Well, I was 17.
You're bad at the maths, right? 17.
I was 17.
That's fantastic. And so when you're sort of talking about your professional dance career, what's your ultimate goal or aspiration in dance? What would you like to do in the future?
Well, I would love to be world champion of the best division. They have impro divisions, but they also have choreo divisions. I won the choreo divisions of Pro-Am, but I was the Am at the time, and they have Pro division two different categories. One without acrobatics, that's called classic division,
Okay.
and the other one with acrobatics, that is called showcase. And I think that my dream would be to win both divisions in my life, not necessarily the same year. Would be insane if I win
Yeah.
it the same year. Only one person did it in this community,
Right.
Tori Smith, one of the best teacher and dancer in the world. She won showcase and classic the same year. Was insane. That would be a dream. But in my dance career, if I can win both of the divisions, I would be very happy with this.
So watch out, Tori, huh? You come in and get a...
Well, Tori's a follower. I'm a leader, so maybe I would be the first leader to make it happen.
Amazing.
But otherwise, West Coast Swing is not my only dance that I do. I also dance bachata and started teaching it internationally. Lots of opportunities, international contracts. I'm traveling everywhere in the world to teach dance. So I'm getting to travel for free and I'm getting paid for it. What a dream life.
What a dream life. That's
And
amazing.
yeah, otherwise, one of my goal would be to dance for important video clips like Bruno Mars, Ed Sheeran. Those are amazing singers that I follow a lot. I listen to their music. I dance on their music. And I would love to do like a dance for the next video clip. I'm in contact with a very famous artist right now, a singer who would maybe want to do that. I'm not giving information until it's done, but that would be pretty amazing.
Your social following has exploded in the last couple of years. Tell us, where were you when you started and where are you at now? And how did you do it, Leo?
Well, I've always wanted to be a professional dancer since I started dancing. And 1 year and a half ago, I told myself, if you want to be hired everywhere in the world, you just need to like work on your social media because that's how you get hired. And I started paying attention to when I post the text I post, the hashtags, the thumbnails, the collabs with the great artists. So all of that, I really worked on it, and it's a dedication. You have to be regular on this. And I went on Instagram from 500 subscribers to 134,000 in only a year and a half.
Damn.
And I started TikTok because people told me, yeah, TikTok is great. You can earn money on it and everything. I started TikTok only a year ago.
Only a year ago.
And
That surprises me because you're blowing up on TikTok.
I went from 0 to 272,000 followers in only 1 year. Started a Facebook page 4 months ago, already 41,000 followers. I have an amazing community.
Damn. Well done. Well done. And, you know, I think a lot of people just think that this just magically happens. But as you said, there's a lot of hard work. I mean, I've been hanging out with you for the last 2 days and you're on, mate. You're always on. You're never sleeping. I think we're going to bed at like 3 a.m. and you're still on your phone texting and posting. It's a full-time job. More than a full-time
That's
job.
a dancer and influencer job, you know. You answer people, you post your videos, you're making research on what works, what doesn't work. You have to post at the right hour no matter where you are in the world.
Yeah.
So you really need to pay attention to the hours to post well. And yeah, it takes a lot of time. That's my full-time job, so I'm not complaining. I don't go to a desk and work from 9 to 5, but I'm consistently on my phone because I have to see lots of different things, and that's a lot of work.
And speaking of getting so much attention from social following, I love it because I slipped into your DMs. That's how we met. I think I saw you play some Nintendo Switch game and I was like, hey, is that a good game? And then next day I bought it. And then I saw your announcement on Instagram that you're setting up an OnlyFans. And I was like, hey, maybe I can help. I'm setting up a course myself. But speaking of slipping into the DMs, I imagine you're getting a bit of attention from everyone. But tell us, who's some notable attention that you've received?
Well, a year ago, I was watching the comments of one of my most viral video with a friend, and someone said, "Oh, that's the video that Jimmy Lee Curtis shared." And I was like, "What the hell?"
What?
So I go on her Instagram, and I see my video, not on a story, but on her feed on the wall. And I was like, what the hell?
Damn, that must have been exciting.
She has like over 5 million followers. She's a famous actress who got an Oscar this year.
She's an
And
institution. I mean, she's
yeah.
an amazing woman.
So we exchanged few messages. That was very good. She's so nice, supportive, and everything. She shared now 4 or 5 of my videos. We got to talk, and she's a super nice person. Yeah, I really appreciate her support.
JLC, whoop! That's a good fan base. So wow, I mean, that's a heavyweight celebrity there. Have you had any others like that?
Well, a month or two ago, I received a message saying, "Hey Leo, I love your videos. I fell in love with West Coast Swing thanks to you. I would love to learn. Could you teach me your dance?" And I was like, I would be fucking honored to teach you West Coast Swing, you know? And my friend was like, "Who's that?" I was like, "That's fucking Jennifer Grey, the actress of Dirty Dancing." And I was crying saying this.
What? Baby, you're talking about Baby. No one puts Baby in a corner?
That's clear.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, we got to talk on the phone, and like she's super nice. She talks French pretty well. So we're trying to see if we can manage to meet each other because I'm going to the US this summer. That would be lovely, and it would make a very nice collab.
Do you think you would ask her to do the move, the iconic dance move of a generation? Just don't drop earlier.
I'm not going to take the risk, but I would love to teach her my dance. That would be incredible because she's the actress of the first dance movie I've ever seen. So that would be incredible, honestly.
That's fantastic.
Super nice person also.
That's fantastic. That's unreal. Like, yeah, but well deserved. I've seen you in action the last couple of days, and your dancing's phenomenal.
It feels so good to be appreciated for your work, and inspiring people everywhere in the world. Because I'm French. I'm from the south of France. I live in Paris. I travel everywhere in the world, and everywhere I go, like I have followers in every country. So yeah, I love the supports, and I really have an insanely good community.
Oh, I think you're holding out on us. I heard a rumor that you may have done a performance at a strip club when a fan found you out, recognized you.
Indeed. I was with a friend, actually a famous friend, Maxime de Remez. He's like a teacher of Dancing with the Stars in France.
Amazing.
And he won Dancing with the Stars with a famous singer. And we were like just hanging out in West Hollywood. We were at a strip bar, you know, and someone was like, "Oh, wait, are you Leo Lorenzo, the dancer? The stripper tells me that." And he was like, "Come on stage and do a show." And I was like, "Fuck it, I'll do it." So I started dancing a bit, took my shirt off and everything, having lots of fun. And I had people tipping me, some people recognizing me from the dance.
Notes in the shirt.
I got my dollars. That's a nice experience. It was so fun, and I loved performing like randomly in public, you know?
Yeah. Well, speaking of getting money for your skill set, throughout history, dance has had this sexual allure. We've had the burlesque, we've had the tango, and sexuality and expression has always been intertwined with dance. So for me, it makes complete sense how OnlyFans could come into the picture. But tell us, what made you move into the world of OnlyFans as a bit of a side hustle whilst you progress your dancing?
Well, actually, that's a funny story because at first I started it because I posted a sexy picture on Instagram. I just broke up with my girlfriend, and I was like, "See what you're missing now?" And I posted a picture, kind of revenge pic, and I was like, "Also, girls, I'm available now."
I mean, social marketing for the singles, why not?
It is. And when I saw the likes like popping off, like in 20 minutes, having like 2,000 likes, I was like, whoa, that's a time for setting an OnlyFans and using that vibe and energy to get people on my OnlyFans. Yeah. So I started it, and I put the link on the text of the publication, you know, on the post. And on the first day, I got like 200 people subscribing to my OnlyFans.
Wow.
You know, yeah. So it started very well, and I think they liked what they saw, and now my community is growing on there.
And that's a really interesting topic, actually. It's one of the reasons I reached out to you to talk about your community on OnlyFans and how different it may be compared to the dancing community. And I don't think many people realize that if you're a straight guy on OnlyFans, there's a large proportion of your fans who are gay males. And
It's true.
yeah, and my course, as a gay guy, my course focuses on straight guys who maybe be appealing to gay guys and bi guys and straight girls even, like the whole bunch, but may not be too familiar with the LGBT community. So great time to ask you the question: how is the differing communities? Because you've got a wonderful community in your dance. How is the community in your OnlyFans?
Yeah, I feel like the OnlyFans community mostly part of the LGBT community, because I feel like 70% of my followers on OnlyFans are guys who are gay. And it's an amazing community in the way that they're super supportive, super nice. I didn't have any problem of someone like talking badly to me. Very nice people, honestly. And I want to be clear about my sexuality. I don't have any secrets. I'm straight, but I'm definitely an LGBT ally. I support the community, and this community supports me also. So I'm really happy to have like all those people supporting my work.
Yeah. And look, it's a win-win, I think. As I mentioned, a gay guy myself, teaching straight guys about the target market that they're drawing to them. There's a lot of sensitivities. Sometimes people get accused of queer baiting because they're not transparent enough. Straight guys may not understand how different communities use different social networks. So Twitter, for example, is generally considered one of the best porn sites for gay people.
Yeah.
Yet when we tell that to straight people, they're like, what? Twitter? Isn't that just for toxic posts and social dilemmas? But no, it's a very different usage. What have been some of the surprises that you've sort of found whilst doing your OnlyFans journey?
Well, first of all, I want to be clear about the queer baiting parts, because that's a risk as a straight guy when you're doing OnlyFans. Lots of people are going to be like, yeah, he's queer baiting. He's like making his fan believe he's gay, but he's not. I've always been super transparent about it. Like, I'm straight, but I support this community. I have lots of bi friends, bi ex-girlfriends. So yeah, I support this community lots, and they support me. And that's very important to be clear about the sexuality and just not be like, yeah, I'm gay or I'm bi, whereas I'm not, you know?
Yeah. And I think that's it. I think if you're transparent, look, at the end of the day, you're a performer that loves to make people happy through your artwork.
Absolutely.
Be it sensual, be it dance, be it sexual, right? And all those expressions. And I think as long as you are transparent and you're talking, engaging with your community, which I know you are, then I think that's all you can do.
Totally. And if you're genuine with your community in your post, and that it doesn't feel forced, oh, I'm thinking of doing this and then I need to do this. No, you just go with the flow. You're honest about it, genuine, and they feel it.
Yeah.
If you're forcing yourself to do it just for the money, or if you're enjoying what you're doing, and I'm clearly enjoying this like OnlyFans journey. Like, I like to post those pictures. I like to see the reactions of my fans. Of course, there is this financial part that is not like, it's here. Yeah. We're not gonna lie about it, but that's not the only reason why I do it. The content that I post there is not postable on Instagram, even if it's not fully naked. And I do advertise it this way. I'm not lying, saying, yeah, I go completely naked. I can't do this as a professional dancer because it's gonna have a bad image in my dance community. So I'm posting artistic, sensual pictures, but I'm not showing full frontal because that would not help my dance career, and that's the most important to me. Yeah. Though I like sharing content like this, sensual and artistic, that's not always possible to post on TikTok, on Instagram, and everything. So I love this platform for this.
Yeah, it really opens up another sense of expression.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and not to mention, as I've said before, a different type of community and a different type of interaction. And, I've seen some of the messages that you write back. You're really supportive. You're really open. I think I said to you today, didn't I? I said what your difference is, as we were going through some of your differentiations was that you're a super popular guy, that you're a super wholesome guy, but you're really cheeky. And I think you can see that in your dancing, and you can definitely see that in your OnlyFans. No pun intended.
I think that in life, in life in general, I'm a cheeky person.
Yeah.
That's just who I am, you know. But yeah, I totally behave like myself in my OnlyFans social media, and people really feel it, and they're like, okay, this guy is like famous. It's still weird to say because it's been only 1 year that my social media popped up and that I started being recognized and everything. But yeah, with all the followers that I have, I feel like it's important to still be yourself. I'm still a human being, even if I have lots of followers. So it's very easy for me to connect with people, even if I have lots of DMs and everything. I'm answering all of them myself. That's why I take a lot of time on my phone.
You're very authentic.
But yeah, I love answering my fans, my subscribers, followers, and just be authentic with them, being nice to them, just like they're nice to you.
So let's talk about we did talk about some of the challenges of dancing and the reward of dancing. But I'm curious, and I'm sure our audience is a little curious too. What have been some of the more interesting things that you've come across on OnlyFans? Obviously, there's a broad spectrum of fans out there, some more kinkier than others, some with more open-minded type of kinks. So yeah, very curious. What has Leo attracted?
Well, I got lots of weird requests, of course, but only in a polite way. I didn't have anyone being rude and everything. It was nicely asked, even if it was sometimes weird. I would say that the weirdest things that I've been asked, I actually have two in mind. Someone told me, "Hey, would you sleep with me for money?" And and I was like, "That's not what I do. I'm sorry, I just post artistic pictures here."
But
and he was
wait,
like,
how
"I'm
much
willing."
money?
And he was like, "Well, I'm willing to give you 10K for it." I was like, "What?" Of course, I'm not gonna do it because like that's not what I do as an artist. But I was like, "Whoa, it's flattering to know that someone's willing to put 10K to have sex with you." I was like, "Whoa, I'm not gonna do it, but I'm flattered that you're proposing." You know?
Yeah, well, that's a hell of a lot more than "Can I buy you a drink?"
That's a very expensive drink.
Very expensive drink, right?
I don't know lots of wine bottle with this price. So yeah, and I think the second one was someone asking me, "Hey, would you be okay if I pay you $200 to watch you eat, and I would finish your plate?" And I was like, "What?" What?
Good old food fetish strikes again. Okay.
I was like, people have like great ideas. I'm not gonna do it, but like that's very daring to ask this type of questions.
Yeah, it's very specific, isn't it? But yeah, I guess whatever blows your hair back, everyone has their own desires, right?
Absolutely, I'm not judging. I'm just putting boundaries because I want to respect myself, and I don't want to cross my boundaries for myself, but also for my dance career.
Yeah.
But yeah, I respect people's desire. I just listen to them, and sometimes I just can't fulfill them.
And I think that's the good thing about you. Like, you're very jovial. You're very, nothing really sort of offends you in terms of people's sexual interests because, hey, we're all open-minded people and, you know, we all know that stuff happens behind closed doors that no one talks about. But as an OnlyFans creator and a dancer, you're so approachable and so open-minded. And I just think that definitely comes across.
I'm not gonna sleep with those people. I'm not gonna do this type of things. But I can listen to their desires and post content on OnlyFans that's linked to what they like. And that's important to listen to them to propose a content that they're gonna be interested in. If you want to build a community, you have to listen to what they want to give them this.
Yeah, and I think that's really important. And the last couple of days, we've been obviously going over strategy and talking about how to create an OnlyFans page that's more entertaining and engaging for your fans and your subscribers. and we've come up quite a lot. In terms of understanding your target market audience and things like that, how has the coaching and mentorship sort of helped you with that?
Well, it helped me a lot because there is hell of information in this playbook. Well, it's been 3 days that we're hanging out, and I just finished it this morning.
Yeah.
Lots of things to learn. Like, I'm new in this community, and even if I'm an ally of the LGBT community, I'm not part of it. So there's a lot of things that I don't know about it. So the playbook is really teaching you lots of things about the community and about the platform. So there's a lot of things to know. And yeah, I learned so many things reading this book.
Yeah, and goes straight back to the point where when a lot of people sort of say, "Oh, it's so easy for this person," they get it so easy. It's not the case. There's so much hard work, and that platform, it's a customer relationship management tool. It's full blown. You could write a thesis on it, which I pretty much
Absolutely.
have.
Absolutely. It's just like the influencer job. Lots of people are like, yeah, it's so easy. They have lots of followers, they earn money, they don't do anything. No. Maybe working at a desk is more difficult. You have to wake up at a certain hour in the morning to like go to your job and then come back home and you work nonstop there. But being an influencer is being like 24/24 on. I got DMs all the time that I replay very fast too. I have the OnlyFans DMs that I answer, that I prioritize, of course, because they're paying content for it. So yeah, it's a lot of time spending and working because it's work.
Yeah.
Even if I enjoy it, it's work. It takes lots of time. And it's the same for OnlyFans. You need to post content regularly because people are not paying for anything, like for nothing.
Exactly.
They want like regularity
They
in
want
it.
value. They want to see who you are, not just pictures. But
They
your
support
personality.
you. They want to be supported also in their desires. So making photo shoots, organizing your schedule of posts, posting, making private messages, additional pictures, answering the messages, doing polls to get to know a bit more your audience and like propose content that are for them,
That's it.
So that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
And there's a lot of channels. I mean, we did our channel strategy, or what to do, and we were talking about some examples where you could have TikTok that leads into a public Instagram, to a private Instagram that leads into a free OnlyFans, that leads into a paid OnlyFans, and I haven't even mentioned Twitter. So when you think about posting to all of those different channels constantly every week, right, every day. Right.
Lots of work. You're not growing an account. I grew my Insta accounts from 500 to 134. It's like a growth of like 260 times in 1 year and a half. It doesn't come by magic, So it's really a lot of work. And yeah, for an hour and a half, I'm absolutely on my post. Very important, at the right hour. And you need to be very organized.
Yeah. And I must admit, like, it's hugely entertaining. Guys, if you've not seen any of Leo's videos, I'll put the link down below. But even if you're not into dancing, you're like, I don't know what that is or want to try it, go watch it. It's fun. I've got to say, it's cheeky, it's sexual, it's comical at times, right? Especially the way you do it.
It's one of the only dance where, like in a final of Wrestle Swing, like most of our competitions are impro. We don't even choose a partner. We pick a paper.
I was amazed by that. I said to you the other day, I said, did you rehearse that for months? You're like, no, it was all on the spot.
It's all on the spot. You pick the paper and you don't know who you're going to dance with, So, yeah, it's still a little impro. You don't know which music you're going to dance on either. Well, when you start doing lots of comps, most songs that exist on Earth, you finished Spotify 3 times. But yeah, it's total impro. And in the finals, there is a lot of sense of humor in the dances, interpret the music. We know the lyrics of every songs now. And yeah, we try to put like a funny touch to it. And that's why this dance is popping off on social media. We have videos with so many views. Like my most viewed video on TikTok got 13.5 million views.
Wow.
12 million views on on Instagram, and I have like maybe, I don't know, 10, 20 videos over 1 million views.
I mean, that's phenomenal. That's literally phenomenal because you wouldn't necessarily think that, sort of young 22-year-old guy doing swing dance is going to pop off that big. But honestly, I kind of feel like you guys are recreating the scene for a much younger generation and literally just adding so much coolness to it and funniness. Like the cheek that I've seen you do, I think I saw another video with you and a lady where you strip off and take off your shirt, and the audience is going wild, and she was amazing as well, and the comedy between you two, the chemistry was just so great. I just couldn't help but smile when I was watching it. Magic Mike the shit out of that song. It was really good.
Channing Tatum, if you're listening to this podcast,
hit us up.
I appreciate you.
What would you say if someone was starting out, right? Obviously, shameless plug, I'm doing a course in this, but it may be for anyone in general. What would you do as a businessman yourself, right, who's passionate about many things? How do you get educated? What would you recommend? How do you just get to know and be successful?
That's basically what I was going to say. You need to get yourself educated on what you want to do. Like, if you like dance in general, you don't go into the dance community and, hey, I'm a dance professional.
Yeah.
No, you're never going to be hired. You're never going to be hired. You're not going to have private classes because you don't know how to dance.
Yeah.
Even if you like it. So some people can like the idea of OnlyFans, but if they don't know how to do it, they're not going to do it well, and they're not going to have a public for it. Yeah. Just like you're not going to have people hiring you as a dance teacher if you don't know how to dance.
Great
so it's very
analogy.
important to educate yourself on this. And this is where the playbook is very important. Lots of knowledge about the platform itself. Lots of knowledge about the LGBT community, about how to run a business in general.
Yeah.
Strategy, audience, posts, your own profile, like other profiles like yours. Why are you different? Why would I buy your OnlyFans and not his?
Yeah.
So yeah, you need to educate yourself on this and learn how to do things right before going on it. I think it's important to have like this knowledge support.
Yeah.
Before making mistakes, because
Well,
once you did the mistake, it's too late.
No going back.
It's too late.
That's
so you need to really have this support and knowledge from someone, and rather you make the researches yourself, or you can buy a course. And I think that yours was very helpful for me. So I really advise people to get on your course to know how to do things right. And you're going to get your money back. You're going to get your money back.
For sure. Absolutely. Without a doubt. Well, that's the thing. I think it's about mentorship. And you talked about your dancing and that you're privileged enough to do a competition with your very own teacher, right? Like when you're having that sense of networking of other people doing the same journey with you, and then having that mentorship and that coaching and just understanding the business sort of aspects of it, then you're set up for success. And that's what I love about you, Leo. We barely knew each other. You jumped on a call with me 2.5 hours later. You were like, right. Let me write that down. When are we catching up?
I'll take notes. Yeah, you first sent me a message for like a Nintendo Switch game, and I was like, yeah, the Ring game is pretty cool. And then you were like, you're setting an OnlyFans. I love this kind of community. I have lots of knowledge about it. I was like, I would love to know. I'm always open to learn new things. Yeah. So we called each other. We spent 2 hours on the phone. I was like, whoa, this is great. I didn't know that. Oh, and this is cool. And so I was taking notes, on my phone. So I was on speaker and I was like, taking notes, this not to do. And so, yeah, we got along very well. Good vibe and everything. And now I'm here in Brighton in the UK. We spent three days talking about strategy, reading this playbook to have knowledge on OnlyFans, and like setting a strategy for my OnlyFans in particular, and I feel like it was very, very helpful.
Oh, brilliant. Well, thank you for the kind words. I appreciate that. And no doubt we'll be using you as a prime example of someone who's artistically and sensually nailed it and has just formed such a wonderful community. I mean, I know we're up last night on the couch, just having a look at some of the messages and
Until 3 a.m.
yeah.
So
And I was just
what
so
do we do
impressed.
about like the bundles? How do we do about
Yeah.
discounts?
Well, that's it.
Which type of content are we gonna post and everything? It's very nice to spend some times really thinking about the strategy and not just going all in. Oh, I'm gonna do this, or I don't care. Let's see if it works. No, study and take your time before making any mistake.
That's it.
So yeah, no, it was very good, very good.
The best way to your aspirations is through strategy.
And it's important to believe in yourself. Like in like 1 year ago, I had no followers on social media. I was not hired. I wanted to do this as a job. I had no money at all. No money. And then I was like, well, I'm gonna work. I'm gonna work for it. Worked on social media, did it. Worked on OnlyFans, did it. Starting having contacts with celebrity, did it. And yeah, you have to think big.
Yeah.
I know I can do it. So I'm working for it, like trying to learn new things. Wanting to learn is one of the most important things.
Yeah.
If you think you know everything, you're not going to get far. You need to learn to do things well, and you can't know everything yourself. There are some people who are more educated in different areas. If I want to learn ballroom, I'll not try it myself and be like, okay, I'm gonna do Roomba. No, I have two friends, Marie Denigo and Maxime de Remes, who are like insane dancers,
Right.
both teachers of Dancing with the Stars. They're gonna teach me ballroom because they know how to do it. You know about OnlyFans. You tell me lots of things, and if I want to learn, I don't know, pottery or I don't know, a new instrument. I'm a musician. I love learning lots of things. I learned how to play the guitar and the piano online.
For the audience, we went to a French bar last night, and it was a jazz jam. And Leo gets up and starts playing the drums.
I was like,
is there anything this guy can't do?
The drummer was playing it, and he seemed a bit tired, and I was like, can I have a sit? And he was like, you know how to play it? I was like, I guess.
You said you hadn't done it for like 2 years, right?
It's been 1.5 years that I didn't do it because my drum sits by my parents' place, and so I hadn't played the drums for like ages. But I was like, okay. And I played with a band. It was actually the first time I was playing with a band.
That's fantastic.
I loved it. I'm gonna post a story about it, or maybe a post. I don't know.
I'll send you the video.
And it was so cool.
Well, you're on an international stage. Like, to be honest, I look at you, Leo, and I see your career in every aspect that you're doing right now, literally just kicking off, and it could only get bigger. I think you've got A-class celebrities reaching out to you because they're inspired. And that must admit, again, I wasn't into dancing. I saw your videos and I was like, there's something about this guy, right? He's always bringing cheek and fun to things. And in a world that's sort of come out of COVID where everything's a bit gloom and doom, bloody wars, recessions, it's just nice to sort of go on your phone and see someone killing it, what they do, and making people feel enjoyment as they do it. And just being so business savvy to be able to, and I know I'm blowing smoke up your ass here, but
I'm hungry of success, you know?
But you're doing it well and you're being clever about it.
I hope to be a fucking millionaire one day, So I'm like working for it. I'm gonna open my merch with my logo, my shirts, pants, and everything. I'm gonna open my online classes for dance also.
Amazing.
I could maybe use OnlyFans for it, by the way.
You could do.
I could be like an OnlyFans for the pictures and OnlyFans for the dance videos. And that would be great. The platform is so amazing. It's so amazing about it. And yes, I'm trying to diversify my activity. Because when you're an artist, if you're just focusing on one thing, well, you can be good at that thing, but I'm not an employee, so I don't have a regular salary. So the goal is also to be comfy financially. So try to make money everywhere you can go. Yeah. So buying stocks, online classes, merch, contracts during the weekend, private classes, OnlyFans. Trying to do lots of things, Well,
Leo, is there anything else you'd like to have a chat about before we wrap up?
I don't know. Do you have more questions?
I don't know if I've got any more questions. Leo Lorenzo, everyone. And yeah, hit the links down below if you're interested in the OnlyFans how-to course, and check out all of Leo's socials. It's worth a watch.
Thanks a lot for the invitation. It was a pleasure to talk here and like having this nice conversation. And hope to see you guys on my Instagram, TikTok, maybe OnlyFans.
Wonderful. Thanks, Leo.